Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so today we're going to be doing a video on who you should pick for the photo print ticket. If you don't know how to get this, it's basically just you have to log in for 7 days up until, I think, the end of the month. Up until, April 30th. So you do have 7 days, you have like 3 weeks left until it's gone, so make sure to log in. And then you get choose a 6-star summon ticket, so you can choose any character in this roster right here who to pick. You can just click one. It's a 6-star ticket. Wish it was a 5-star, but it's mainly just like a beginner ticket essentially to get newer players into the game. And if you get a max level character, then that's pretty good. You don't have to waste resources maxing them out. So yeah, any of these characters, and we'll be doing a little list on who you should pick. I think it's fairly obvious, but I will just say this right now, I don't know who I'm going to pick yet. Mainly because I have every character here, so I'm going to go through my box and see who I need. Like, if it's this Riggatony, then I'm going to get her 5-5, because I want a 5-5 every Riggatony. None of these characters are worth picking for me personally, in terms of, like, usability, but maybe I could get one of them 5-5 or something. That's about it. So, yeah. Let's go through them. We'll start off with Heart, and then we'll keep on going. That way I can just separate these characters easily. But I'll just say this right off the bat. The best pick for the Heart characters is going to be Noitora. He is an absolutely amazing farmer. He's a melee Quincy character with Super Mind Link Slot Potions +5 is his soul trait, and he can farm 5 regular potions and then +10 super link slot potions. He has an 80% SP boost. He has a berserker value of 40%. He's completely immune, and he has increased chance against mind attribute enemies, making it very consistent of him for proccing his SP boost. So he's pretty good. Going on to the second character. Also, I'm gonna blitz through these, by the way, because I'm not making a video on like 30 different characters. It'd be like an hour long. Mashiro, she hasn't resurrected yet. I swear she did, but I guess not. So she can only end up giving you 75 orbs. So keep that in mind. And also the 225 is actually wrong. It's only 175 because they don't give you the 5-star orbs. That's my bad, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe I'm bad at math. 75, 75, 150. It'd be 200. I'm just going to put resurrection orbs. I'm bad at math. Just leave it at that. But yeah, she's not a great character. She has 20% bruiser with frenzy, and then 20% berserker as her soul trait. Like, she's gonna be pretty bad. She's pretty bad. She farms droplets, I guess, so that's decent. And then I swear I just saw gold boost, but I'm wrong. So she is just going to be a very she's a decent character. She's decent. I don't even know why I have this. That can go away. Going on to the next character, we have Loli, who yet again, as you can kind of see, is going to just be worse and worse and worse. She doesn't even have a decent link. Like, it's fine. Damage to burning enemies of 20% and recharge isn't terrible. But we don't have a good unit in the Heart attribute that has burn yet, so I don't really think she's that usable. I think she's pretty bad. So just decent, or orbs, because she does resurrect. Actually, I guess I would put her here because she can resurrect. Going on to the next character, Izuru, yet again, he's not a good link at all. DR and lacerate duration is terrible. He's super outdated. I'm going to be saying this a lot, guys. Get ready. He's a resurrected character only. Going on to the next character is Ruruka. Not a great character, but she's actually a pretty good link. And I'm going to say this again. Coyote Stark is an actually really good link. Strong attack damage of 25% and 10% strong attack recharge. Not a good strong attack kit or anything, not like good skills, I mean. 20% Berserker, Bruiser, Frenzy 1 is pretty bad, but his link is very good. Veruca's is less damage, but more recharge, so it's kind of what you want to prefer, but these two characters are good links, I would have to say. So, yeah, that is it for the Heart attributes. Now let me go and get the Mind characters all set up. Alright, we zoomed in a little bit. The first character is going to be Okiora. And I would say he's probably among one of the better characters to pick. I think he's a good side character in his slotted guild quest. He is a ranged Espada killer. He has normal attack damage of 20% with drain on all of his strong attacks. So if you use Masaki, he is a decent side. Nothing insane, but he is decent. It's kind of just unfortunate because he wants to proc ailments, so that way he gets the 80% attack boost. But since Masaki procs and she doesn't have ailment plus, then he just kind of gets cucked out of nowhere. He can't really proc, so that is one downside to him. So I guess he's not really that great of a side, speaking or thinking about it. So that's unfortunate. But he's still like the best mine character if you need a mine character, or if you just don't have Misaki, then there's really no one else you can use, so you might have to go for him. He has Berserker of 30%, Bruiser of 20%, Debilitator plus 2 seconds, Flurry of 1, Guard Break, Killer Effect plus 30 or plus 50 in GQ, Poise, Range Damage plus 10 or plus 30 in GQ, and then the attack boost at 80%. One of 2 characters in the entire game that have the attack boost, which is so funny. Really think more characters should get it. Yeah, he is probably the best mine character to pick. Now into the next character, we have Retsu, who is just a resurrected character. She's fine. Strong attack recharge, minus 12%, and damage to frozen enemies is a decent soul trait, but I don't... Outside of like Rukia, the Bankai Rukia we got last year, I don't think there's any character in the mine attribute with freeze, and I don't think she hits hard enough to warrant a link like this. I think she would just be better off being given like full stamina damage or Berserker. So yeah, I think she is just resurrection orbs, but better than these two. These two just have literally 0 use. Now to the next character, we have the White Ichigo, which is honestly a pretty good link. And also his fit looks really cool. Like, he just looks cool, you know? But his actual skills, Berserker, Bruiser, 20%, and Frenzy 1, very outdated, no use there. But strong attack damage of 25% and damage inflicted at full stamina of 16% is pretty good. People have been using, like, the Senkaman Aizen links, or the Thousand or Blood War Rukia link, because it's full stamina and strong attack damage on characters like Kenpachi and the end of year Ichigo. So maybe if we get a character on that caliber in the mine attribute, this character will eventually end up being a pretty good link. But until then, I just don't think Ishin, which is the best mine character right now overall, I don't think that he will be using this link. I think he definitely still needs that recharge, but I think he's a good link. I don't think he's meta, so I'm going to put him below these two. But at the moment, or maybe potentially he will be up there. But he also looks cool, and he's a resurrected character. So that's a lot of orbs right there. Going on to Soifun, I'm pretty sure she is not good. Actually, she's a Stark link. She's the exact same link as Stark. I don't know why. I thought she was a status element. So that's actually pretty good. She's a really good link. Outside of that, nothing to say there. So I'm going to put her right next to Stark because she's the exact same link. So, hey, there you go. Good link. The Kisuke, I know for a fact, is a bad link. Yeah, this is a horrendous link unless you're autoing, like, Gold Quest, I guess. But recovering 25% stamina between quest areas and recharge is pretty bad. I would not recommend picking him up unless you're a big Kisuke fan, or, you know, maybe you just like to auto and you can't stay alive. I don't know. Don't think it's worth it, though, unless you just don't have the character. Going on to power now. 1 second. Alright, so now we're onto the power attribute. And Ulquiorra, I will say right now, I think is the best character to pick in general, unless you don't have the Thousand or Blood War Christmas Retsu. She is just way better than him. But if you don't have her, he's going to be an excellent pick for either just clearing power content for the power attribute, or if you need a character for the ranged Quincy guild quest. Her at 1 out of 5 just absolutely blows him away, though, so that's why he kind of fell off. But he's still a very excellent character if you need a character for ranged Quincy. He's a ranged Quincy killer. He has strong attack damage at 20% and strong attack recharge time minus 12%. So if you're in a quest like Senkaman and you need a character that's like in a Rancor, not in a Rancor, like a Soul Reaper or something, you can use him as a link. That way, you know, because he is a good link if you don't have many full stam links, but, you know, most people do. And he has weakening on all of his strong attacks, including the 2-stage charged strong attack SA3, which is very fun to use. Damage to weakened enemies of 40%. He has Debilitator of 5 seconds, Devastation of 60, Frenzy 2, increased status summon chance against Quincy's. He has Long Stride, SP boost at 80%, weakened. Like, he's just a very, very, very good character. Just got power crept, unfortunately, but still the best character in the roster that we have at the moment. And then going on to the next character, we have the Yoruichi, who is fighting for the character that I want to pick. Because I actually, if I check, only have her 2 out of 5. So I would love to pick her, or I am tempted of picking the Halle Bell. The Technique Cacao Society Hallibell, I believe. Where are the Hallibells? There are way too many characters in this game. Oh my goodness. I don't know where she is. Oh my god, where is she? Did I pass? I passed them. This one. She is 3-5, so I could potentially get her 4-5. Doesn't make much difference, but you know. But yeah, this Yoruichi is not resurrected, so if she does become resurrected, then I can just 5-5 her through the special move quest, which is what I'm leaning towards. But yeah, she doesn't have much use. She's a frenzy unit with a boost, so automatically she's not going to be that great in guild quest, even if she does resurrect. She does have guard break though, berserker 20, bruiser 20, so she's decent to use. She's somewhat decent, but yeah, she's just a decent character with orbs. Nothing to say there. Just a very underwhelming kit or skills. And then we have Toshiro, basically just a link. Strong attack recharge time minus 12%, damage to weakened enemies. He has berserker 30, a bruiser value of 20, frenzy 1, guard break. So yeah, maybe if we get a I mean, I don't think we have a power character that only has weakening, like besides Mugetsu, and Mugetsu's kind of getting pushed to the side, so I think he's basically just resurrection and orbs right now. I don't think that's ever going to be a meta link. It's just not that great. Then we have Haruka, who is just a +5 link slot potion farmer, not even a good one. She's a flurry unit with only 30% bruiser and flurry of 1. Like she is very outdated. She is very outdated. I don't know why they gave her strong attack recharge on her resurrection when she is a NAD unit and she's not even a booster, so it's just really bad. She's just really bad. Incredibly bad. And then we have Nanao, which damage taken, recoveries, stamina between areas. Yeah, no thank you. Resurrection orbs. I guess I'll move her up because she does give 5 potions, but yeah. Not too much there, not too much value. Onto the speed attribute now. Alright, and now we're on the speed attribute, and pretty much every character is garbage, I'm not gonna lie. The only use out of them is their links. So let's go through Okiura. We're gonna speed this up. He is a recharge and paralysis duration link for the speed attributes. I don't think we have any paralysis meta characters for the speed attribute, if I'm not mistaken. So he's basically just resurrection and orbs. The Byakuya is a pretty good link. Strong attack recharge minus 12% and strong attack damage of 16%. The same link as Raruka, which is very good. We have the Momo, which is surprisingly the best link. Recharge of 12% and damage inflicted at full stamina plus 16%, which is a better link than strong attack damage. I would probably put it above the Berserker 25 links since they do have less recharge. Now we're onto the Tsukishima, who yet again has no use because they just keep getting worse and worse. Normal attack damage of 20% and damage inflicted at full stamina is a very good link for normal attack damage characters, because nowadays you don't want only NAD, like normal attack damage, you want full stamina so you get a different multiplier, because most NAD units don't have built-in full stam for the most part. They mainly have a high bruiser value, which is normal attack damage, and very little full stam, so if you build up their full stam, then they start to hit harder. So, good link. I'm going to just put it in the back. It's still a very good link, but it's a NAD link, so I don't think it's as needed, but it is a very good link. And then I think there's one more, which is Yoruichi, which is Berserker, strong attack damage, and normal attack damage, which is a very useless link. There's no hybrid characters meta in the game. It is a very mediocre link. So, yeah, that's that. Onto the technique attribute. Alright, and now we're onto the final characters, Orihime, Grimmjow, Nemu, Gin, and Hallibell. And Orihime is a very good character. I would say she's probably the second most needed. You really don't need a farmer nowadays in the game with all of the achievement systems that you can get. You don't even need it in general if you just join random Epic Parade lobbies and just carry. People will join you with potions. Like, he's still good, but there's just so many farmers, I don't think you need him. There's only realistically one good ranged story per side in Guild Quest, which is Orihime, so that's why I'm putting her a bit higher. And if you can clear a Guild Quest easier, or you can get into a higher league, you get more orbs, and therefore I think just has more value than just farming potions, which you can just get for free from the achievement system now at this point in the game. But Orihime is a ranged story per killer. She has damage taken minus 21% as her soul trait, which is also a very good link in Brave battles. So there's also that if you don't have any good links. She has an SA2 boost, team party, technique, attribute, character, normal attack damage of 20%. So she buffs like basically the entire team for the ranged story per week, which is Giselle, Gremmy, and Orihime. Although Gremmy doesn't really do much, he's just there to boost Giselle, either or. Orihime has the booster skill, bruiser of 60%, which is very high, enhancer of 10 seconds. So with the booster and enhancer, you get an extra 43% attack, focus, and defense. She has flurry 1 or flurry 2 in GQ, killer effect of 30 or 50 in GQ. She's immune, she has poise, range damage plus 10 or plus 30 in GQ, and then sharpshooter. So she's going to be an excellent character for guild quests and even just like autoing random content. That's not too difficult, but like, you know, like point events or like any of these random stages that Caleb likes to drop out for like little events. Now going on to Grimmjow, I think he's actually a contender for being up in the top, mainly because he is a good farmer. Now, I know I was bashing on the farmers, but at least he's good. This character is good. Not better than Noitora, but he has 5 Link Slot Potions and 5 Super Speed Link Slot Potions, which is very good, so you can bring him anywhere, or like into Link Slot Trials and get a bunch of potions. He also buffs a wrong card damage through status and affected enemies. Only Bruiser 20 though, so his damage is a bit lackluster. He has Frenzy 2, Havoc, so he's not like insane, but he's good enough. He's good enough. So I would say bottom. You could also put him in like decent, but I think he's okay. Like if you have these characters, you don't have Grimmjow, he's better than any of these characters down here by a landslide. And now getting to the next characters, Nemu just has no use. I don't think I even used her when I first started playing the game. She has a Berserker value of 20%, Bruiser of 20, Frenzy of 1. You know, she's just, she doesn't really have much juice. And she does have increased chance against speed attribute hollows, so maybe when she resurrects, she'll get an SP boost. But I am not looking forward that far into the future, so I think she's just decent and gives orbs. Going on to the next character, we have Gin, which is recharge and full stamina damage. That's basically about it. Only a bruiser of 30%, while he has Frenzy, which is meant for an SP character with Berserker, so that doesn't make any sense. He's a hybrid character, but his art does look cool. I've never noticed his little like temple in the back, so that's kind of cool. But besides that, he is just a good link, right next to the Momo. Going on to the final character, it is Hallibell, and you should just pick this character because of the art alone. She is absolutely the best character, and that is that. Okay, I'm joking. She's bad. She's really bad. Like, she's bad. She has 14% recharge and weakened duration minus 55%. It's a good link for autoing, like if you're facing a bunch of enemies that have weakening, but besides that, she has no use, unfortunately. Really wish she got full stamina only, increased strong attack damage at 20%. That would have been amazing, but she got a pretty bad link, unfortunately, so she is just Resurrection Orbs. So that is going to be the video. Let me know down below who you guys are going to be choosing. I'm still fighting between the Hallibell or the Yoruichi, which I'm probably going to pick the Yoruichi. That way I can just 5-5 her when she resurrects, whenever that is. So, yeah. Take care. Peace out. Hope you have an amazing day.